All right. And Kim, you will be on 4 after the 3 shot here. I'll let you know in turn. Stand by. 41, 3, 17. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking open.
Now,
Pretty
from
big
WSAV, the
on
station
2.
that's on your side. You're watching News 3 Coastal Sunrise at
Taking Kim on 2.
5:30.
Coming up on Coastal Sunrise at 5:30.
A call for safer Savannah. That's what parents of
Straight away,
17-year-old
VO
Tyrese
33
Carter
with
hope
Kim.
his death will bring. More on their fight for change. That is coming up.
And President Trump will deliver his second
Wend.
State of the Union
Pretty call
address
on
tonight.
1.
We'll have a preview of what you can expect.
Big call on 1.
It was a nice and mild day yesterday with a high of 71, but if you thought that was nice,
Ray
wait till
zoom
you
in,
see
2
this
shot
7-day
on
coming up in just a
3.
few minutes.
Kim. Take him.
And a very good morning to you.
Ready
I'm
to
Ben
transition to
Katko.
4.
And I'm Kim Gusby.
Kim.
Thank you for joining us this morning on Coastal Sunrise.
4.
Happening today, the family of a teenager who was shot and killed is
Ready,
holding
VO?
an event to talk about ending gun violence and making Savannah safe. This is video from a vigil held for 17-year-old Tyrese Carter outside the Crayola Cafe on Bull Street. That's where police say he was shot after performing at the teen nightclub early last month. Carter's family says he was an up-and-coming musician who died before achieving his dreams. Today, his family plans to encourage young people in the community to stop gun violence. The event is at 1:30 this afternoon at the Mance Law Firm at Commerce Place.
Take it.
A Georgia teenager convicted of murder is expected to appeal
Pretty
his
full
sentence in
screen.
Glynn County today. DeMarquise Elkins was sentenced to life in prison with
Racing
no chance of parole in
to 4 for an
2013.
OTS.
State prosecutors say Elkins shot and killed a 13-month-old baby while trying to rob the child's mother. At the time, Elkins was 17 and had turned 18. By the time he
Next
was
on 4, Kim.
sentenced, his mother was found guilty for her role of tampering with evidence and trying to cover up the shooting.
Taking 4.
New this morning, more than a dozen accused gang members have pleaded guilty in federal court for trafficking drugs and guns through our area. The Department of Justice
taking full
says
screen.
16 people pleaded guilty in federal court as part of Operation Vanilla Gorilla. The investigation focused on the Ghost-Faced Gangsters, a violent street gang. Back in November, we told you the operation led to 46 indictments. The indictments claim that the drug trafficking may have started in
Transition to 3 for 2
2015,
shot.
operating in Bryan, Chatham, Effingham, Emmanuel, Evans, and Tatnall counties, and elsewhere, that is. 5:32 right now. It's time to get your weather plans together. From now until Friday marks severe weather preparedness
boxes.
week.
The Chatham Emergency Management Agency will have different activities
VT32.
throughout the week to help you stay safe when extreme weather hits our area. There will be different sessions each day of the week, including
Ready, full
thunderstorm,
screen.
tornado, lightning, and flood safety.
In addition to these classes, SEMA will also visit 3 area elementary schools to show students how to prepare and stay safe if and when severe weather hits. Happening tomorrow, there will be a statewide tornado drill to also raise awareness of preparedness. The siren will last for 1 minute at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. SEMA will not sound the siren again at noon.
Taking it.
Let's take a live look outside from our Dozier Law Cam
Stand
right
Kyle
now
on
over
2.
River Street and the Savannah River. Kyle Dennis has your forecast first and your good news for the day.
It's good news not just for today, but for tomorrow, the day after that, and the day after
Same
that.
Kyle.
After that, it's like kind of okay news.
Pretty Kyle's
We don't
move.
have any bad news really throughout the entire 7-day forecast.
Take it.
49 in Savannah right now. It's
Mike.
46 in Statesboro, Glenville 50 degrees, 45 in Baxley. So it's not warm this morning. But for this time of the year, you know, we could do a lot worse. We could see high temperatures like the numbers we're seeing right now. 50 degrees at 7 a.m. We climb to 56 at 9. Mostly sunny, a cool start, not terribly cold. You may want to give the kids an extra top layer or at least a light jacket, but no bundling up today. You don't need the hats, the gloves, the scarves, the heavy winter coats, and you can certainly leave the umbrella at home. A nice day ahead by the afternoon. Probably switch to the short sleeves as we make our way up into the middle 70s. And the warm-up doesn't end there. We'll talk more about it with the 7-day in just a few minutes.
Staying at 3.
Ken?
All right, Kyle, thank you. Around Georgia this morning, while millions of people were watching the big game Sunday night, law enforcement was busy looking for signs of human trafficking.
Investigators spent the night cracking down while bringing awareness to the crime. News 3's Danny Dykes joins us now live in the studio with more on their efforts. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning. Agencies say many people assume because they don't see sex trafficking in their communities, it just isn't happening. But that's not the case. Last year, an estimated 3,600 Georgia kids, enough to fill 72 school buses, were pulled into the sex trade. And police say large gatherings like the Super Bowl are just magnets for this type of business. Investigators say 40 arrests were made as a result of their crackdown over the last week. 4 people were saved from the traffickers, including 2 adults and 2 children, according to Homeland Security. Agencies say Atlanta is one of the biggest hubs for human trafficking nationwide. And although the big game is now over, Georgia leaders won't stop fighting to get rid of these crimes in the Peach State.
We are not going to let one more child be abused. I think we have a legal as well as a moral obligation to stand up for our most vulnerable.
The Super Bowl is leaving town, taking the spotlight elsewhere, but we will still be here in Atlanta working just as we were before to eradicate human trafficking.
In Atlanta, community organizations here in Savannah are tagging on to this campaign to spread awareness. Bull Street Tacos partnering with Savannah working against human trafficking tonight to benefit this important cause. We'll have all that information up later today for you on our website. Danny Dykes, WSAV News 3.
Taking Ben.
All right, Danny, thank you. Making headlines this
boxes.
morning, new dash cam video shows the harrowing moments when a small passenger airplane fell out of the sky and crashed onto a home in Southern California on Sunday.
The
owner of this video says it was taken Sunday, although the timestamp reads 2016. If you look closely, you'll see a small plane taking a nosedive and crashing. Unfortunately, that plane landed on a home. The incident resulted in the deaths of 5 people, including the pilot. The National Transportation Safety Board is currently investigating what caused the plane to break apart in midair.
5:36 right now. A Texas man believes his son is a victim of cyberbullying, and he's filing a lawsuit against the bullies. Derek Rothschild says the problem began when a group of middle school students started an online discussion about who would be most likely to shoot up the school. They named his son as a likely school shooter. Rothschild's attorneys said as a result, students began to ridicule and tease the boy at school. School administrators sent out an email to parents after that online discussion.
They knew this wasn't a credible threat, that it was just a bunch of rumors, but they searched him and searched the whole school and brought up the extra security anyway. I expressed that morning that this was really bullying and that I felt like the only person who was really in danger in that school that day was my son.
It is the first lawsuit filed under David's Law, a law named after an Alamo Heights teen who committed suicide in 2016 after being cyberbullied.
Later on today, a Super Bowl parade will happen in Boston for the champions, the New England Patriots. The parade will kick off at 11 this morning from the Heinz Convention Center and end at City Hall Plaza. Fans will be able to congratulate the Patriots on their 6th Super Bowl victory as they ride through the streets. The New England Patriots beat the Los Angeles Rams 13-3 Sunday night. Did you stay up too late watching the Super Bowl Sunday night? Well, looks like you're not alone. Of course not. According to a survey by Monster, nearly 12% of Americans called out sick yesterday. Imagine that. The study also finds bosses and hiring managers stayed in as well.
In politics today, President Trump will deliver his second State of the Union address tonight. Not only will the nation watch, but congressional leaders on both sides of the political aisle will also pay close attention. The president will likely cover a wide range of topics in his speech. He's expected to make his case for a border wall, which was at the center of debates during the nation's longest government shutdown. Aides to the president say President Trump will try something different in tonight's Union speech and appeal for bipartisanship.
This president is going to call for an end to the politics of resistance, retribution, and call for more comedy, COMITY.
That address will air live tonight at 9 right here on WSAV. We'll bring you a full recap at 11 and tomorrow morning on Coastal Sunrise.
Oh, I campaigned against Stacey Abrams. I know that
President
Obama campaigned for her, Michelle Obama campaigned for her, and Oprah campaigned for her. I hope that she does a good job. I mean, I respect her. I don't know her. I haven't met her, but I hope she does a good job.
2018 Georgia Democratic gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams will deliver the Democratic response to President Trump's State of the Union address later on tonight. Abrams is the former minority leader of the Georgia House of Representatives who lost a tight race in November. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer told reporters he called Abrams to ask her to deliver the response and was delighted when she agreed. The 45-year-old Abrams vowed to make voting rights and access to the polls the focus of her efforts in the wake of the election.
And take a box of VO.
Construction equipment has started to arrive in South Texas' Rio Grande Valley as the U.S. government prepares to begin construction of more border walls and fencing. This video shows heavy machinery, including bulldozers, arriving in the area where the proposed border wall is expected to be built. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials say they intend to start building this month, on federally owned land.
Taking 3, taking music.
5:39 on this Tuesday morning.
Straight ahead on Coastal Sunrise, the numbers are in. Find out who made the list of busiest airports in 2018. That's coming your way at 5:46.
You're watching Coastal Sunrise from WSAV News 3. We'll be right back.
We know him. Yeah. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade black, gray curls.